Steve, I think when we get to the end of the season, it's results like that, I think, that are going to determine whether we stay up or not, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Exciting game, had everything. They should have had a sending off. We're talking about that now with the ref. They had a penalty that I don't think was a penalty. They didn't get a penalty that should have been a penalty. So I had everything, chances at the end, us throwing bodies on the line. So that's what game football's about. 0-0 draw seems like boring, but that was exciting, I thought, because first half, for all the possession they had some good chances early on, and Miles kept us in the game. Fantastic saves. And all my players have got to do is understand that we want to keep the ball as well. And if we kept the ball like they did, which we did in the second half, we'll create chances. And we did. And it's just having that bravery at the next level up to make 3, 4, 5 passes. Because I didn't see them making 20, 30 passes to get in and get a shot off. It was clinical, 4, 5, 6 passes playing between us, down the sides of us, and they got their chances. And when we done that, we had chances as well. So, and to get a team like Bath City resorting to lumping it into 4 people up front and trying to get off seconds, we've done a fantastic job. And like I say, we made a couple of counter attacks after that, but we was running strong at the end as well. We looked strong, and that's a pleasing thing for me. The boys feel strong. And it's a massive result for us, The fans were brilliant today, the amount that come down here, It's like a day out, weekend out, if you like. And it was hard going at times, which it would be because they're going to be up there. But that's 2 clean sheets now on the spin. Gives the boy confidence. We still had chances, so it's not we're sitting in there just waiting for a 0-0. We had some good chances. Another day they might have gone in. Decisions go for you. The sending off, all of a sudden, they're down to 10. So we were strong at that point. But it was enjoyable, and it's enjoyable when you come away with a 0-0. If we'd lost, I'd have been disappointed, but the performance of the boys, I would have still been happy because they're thriving at this level now. And I didn't get carried away when we was losing the first 3, and I'm not going to get carried away now. But I see each game going, and each minute of each game, them boys stepping up and believing in themselves, and it helps the team.
Talking about some of the incidents in the game, you referred to sending off. I mean, for the benefit of the people who weren't here, it's hard to try to explain that really, but the referee got the wrong player, didn't he, when he booked somebody in the second half?
Yeah, the ball was played over the top, and I think Tom Derry won the header, then knocked it over the other centre-half, and he was through. Whether he would have got the ball or not is a different matter. So it's probably not a obvious goal-scoring opportunity. But the linesman's 10 yards away, and he can see the player that's made the foul. So surely they've got to have communication, because he's booked the wrong player. So two centre-halves are now on a yellow, rather than one on a red and one without a card. But listen, if it had been us, it might have happened to us. You never know. I haven't seen the penalty. I don't know what that's about. But their bench, Jerry said to me, he said, can't believe what that's for. The linesman give offside. So all that gave them a penalty, and lucky for us, he skied it. And then they broke through, and maybe that could have been a penalty when Rian's tried to block it and it's hit his hand. Don't know the rules properly on that at the moment, so I'm going to say it wasn't. The ref said it wasn't, and we got a point. But yes, it was a major turning point that when he should have been sent off. How we would have coped with it, I don't know, but we'll never know. So we played 11v11 and we got 0-0.
Yeah, exactly. No Alex Bentley today, so James Folkes comes back in. He's got a slight injury, I hear.
Yeah, well, if you look at it, I was listening to their interview, and the players that they've got, the amount of squad they've got, might not cost a lot of money, but they've got a big squad. I'm here today, Raul suspended, Alex Bentley wasn't fit enough. I named him on the bench just to make us a little bit more professional. But I had 3 subs, and I could only use 3 people, hence why Reedy's come on in a midfield area, just because Tommy Hess had blown up. And it's one of those, I couldn't go and get anybody, and it was difficult, but we've got now a week to reassess, get people back, i.e. Alex Bentley, makes us the bench a little bit stronger next week. Fingers crossed no injuries in training, and then we go to Havant next week.
Got a couple of players out. Obviously, Liam's gone to Mercer. I think
Yes.
Josh Sturman played for East Grinstead today as well, didn't he?
Yes, it did. Josh has gone to East Grinstead and Liam's gone to Merstrom, and I think it's better for their development rather than coming all the way to Bath and possibly not even getting on. It might have been a different situation today, but the back 4 wasn't going to change. So where does Liam Smith go? And Josh, he's still got a lot to learn, but he's willing to learn, and he needs to go and get games. And if they can progress over the next half a season with them clubs or other clubs, then they can come back into us till after Christmas, where they've had games under their belt. But I want them to get games. They need games. But But let's get it right. We're looking for the future, and I believe in them two boys that they can step up to this level, but they need to play consistently at a certain level before that, and they're always in my plans. And if we'd had more injuries, I would have brought them in definitely. But it didn't seem worthwhile them coming all the way here to sit on the bench when they can get 90 minutes elsewhere.
Tough couple of games coming up the weekend, isn't it? Havant and Welling, they're both going to be up there. I mean, we seem to say that about every opponent we play. Yeah,
I've said to the boys, every game, we're the underdogs in every game we go to, and that's a fact. We got written off by everyone, I've told you that. And teams won't take us lightly, but they will expect to beat us, you know. It proved it there. They've stuck everyone forward to try and get it. Every team will believe that they can beat a Tonbridge Angels because we are the unknown, if you like. We are the unfancied. But there's something about my team that will never stop, and that's their determination. Whether it's 2-0, 6-0, 0-0, they will keep going and going. And like you say, we've got Havant coming up, which, again, I haven't looked at the results yet, but I know they got a great result in the week. I spoke to Doz on the Thursday, 6-0, dominant display. You know, we've got Welling after that another good squad and good team and good management staff with Mark and Hugo. So they don't come any easier. But this is why we've come. Me and Barry stood there and said, being here today, we'd rather be here, without being disrespectful, to anyone else in the league below, because this is 800 people here, an old-fashioned ground, lovely pitch, and it's just the atmosphere that it brings. You know, 800 people instead of playing in front of 80 people. This is what we're about. This is what we like, and it's what the players have got to thrive on. And I think they're doing that now. I think they're believing in themselves, and we believe in them. The fans get behind them, and they've just got that little bit of belief in them to carry it on. And like I say, the games don't get easier, but that's what we enjoy. That's what we want.
Funny, I mean, does that result actually mean more to you than Tuesday night? I think in some ways I feel actually prouder of the team today than I did Tuesday.
No, because the first 3 points are the most important.
Yeah, I know.
Because we could have had a point on Tuesday and a point now. There's teams that have lost 3 games and won 1 like us that have got 3 points. There's teams that have drawn 2, lost 2. So sometimes the 3 points are better than the draw. But when you come away to places like this, established clubs, this is where, like you say, a point is a massive point. But it doesn't take away getting the 3 points. You know, if the keeper had made that marvellous save from Deshaun at the end, we're doing cartwheels all down the touchline, celebrating. You know, but these are the games. And no, Tuesday was more important to me because of the players needed it, and I think today was just an absolute performance by everybody. That left nothing out on the pitch, and for the fans as well, they sort of like gave everything, and they were G'd on by the fans with everyone standing there behind afterwards. It was brilliant. But no, it doesn't. It might to a fan because we're not expected to get anything. A lot of fans may have come here thinking we was going to get turned over, you know, and this is the way it is, you know. It's the level we're at. But we've got an inner belief in our changing room that we're going to do all right this season, and as long as we keep plodding along, picking up points. We haven't got to worry about how many points Bath City have got. We haven't got to worry about how many points a Havant or a Chelmsford. We've got to worry about Tonbridge Angels, how many points we can get in a certain amount of games to keep us in this league. And that's our aim. There's no matter of fact, certain teams, i.e. Bath City, will look to get out of this league. At this moment in time, where we're at, we're looking to stay in this league. And if we keep putting in performances like Tuesday, well, from the start of the season, if we keep putting in them performances, I can't see us being far away from staying in this division.
A terrific away point. I think we're going to remember this one come the end of the season, aren't we?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a tough place to come. We've probably under a little bit of pressure in the first half, I thought, but it was always going to be that way, the hill and the wind. I think we kept a good line defensively and limited. Miles was a big shout to Miles, you know, young goalkeeper coming to a place that has nearly 1,000 people here. Made a great save, I think it's in the first 10 minutes or so, and then, you know, really I think they had a few chances, but half chances, but nothing major apart from that. Second half, obviously had the penalty, which is, you know, I don't like talking about referees much, but it's a penalty. They should have a player sent off. He's put the wrong man. Yep. These things happen, you know, and when that sort of happens, you think it might not quite be our day, but he's put the penalty over, and then we've pushed on. And to be honest, I think if we would have nicked one at the end, it probably, you know, it could have gone either way. So, but a point, I don't think many teams will come here and keep a clean sheet. So yeah, we're over the moon.
We nearly did nick it at the end, didn't we? Deshaun had a chance. He was 1-on-1 at one point. Joe's corner, I think, was bounced off the bar.
Yeah, I think
you know,
little stepping blocks. You know, we know we've got to score more goals. and we know we've got to be more clinical. If we don't score goals, we don't win any games of football. But that's from everyone, not just the forward boys. They will score goals, they're good players. That's we will get there in the end, but this step by step, 2 clean sheets in a row now. It doesn't get any easier, does it? Haven't come along, haven't on winning, but let's see how we go. We're in, I think you look at there today, we might have been under pressure a little bit, but we held our own. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, okay, so we talked about a couple of controversial incidents in the game. Talked to the manager about them as well. There was a mistaken identity for one of their players, wasn't there? That was the issue with the red card.
Yeah, I think that was quite clever.
We legged it, didn't he?
Yeah, mate, he ran off and then the other one went over to him as if it was him. But that's what players do. Players are clever. It's down to the officials to spot that. He said to me that if he looks at it again and he's got it wrong, he will apologise. But that don't help us, does it?
No.
But there you go. These things happen. I don't think the first one was a penalty. He's given a penalty against Tom Derry for a push, but their 11, the little winger, has actually pushed Tom into him. I could see it. I was right in front of it, and they're claiming a penalty for the second one when it's hit Rian, but it's hit him underneath the arm. Underneath in the midsection. It's never a penalty. I think we should score. So, but there you go, 0-0, fair result. Let's go again.
Absolutely. How hard is it for you guys? You're part-time players. You've all worked during the week, and goodness knows how many hours from getting up this morning to getting back tonight.
It's really hard. I think everyone works full time. It's not just that; it's a time away. Today I've got 2 kids, and you miss them. You don't see them all day. I had a door 8 o'clock this morning, and then what time are you getting in? 10 o'clock. So we're that's like we wouldn't do it if we didn't enjoy it. It's enjoyable, isn't it? And results like this make it worth it. But it is very hard, very, very hard. I'm lucky I'm quite local to Tonbridge, but some of the boys, Johnny, hour and a half away, Joe, hour and a half away, got a 10 million 25. Gaffer's got to get people to train on time, and it's hard work. But we wouldn't do it, man. If we didn't want to, we might. That's how it is.
Exactly. And then Saturday's game, it looks a bit frightening looking through their lineup. They're like Kedwell, Drury, Nicky Bailey. Play top flight football.
It's 11v11. That's it. It's there's upsets all the time. It's like an FA Cup game, isn't it? Really, it's 11v11 to see what happens. If 6 or 7 of you can get the better of your man on the day, you've got half a chance. And if we keep solid, we frustrated Bath today. I thought he was really good at that. I thought we slowed the game down. That's just a little bit better game management from us. We spoke about it before the game. We've got to do that. We can't be launching the balls down the line when we've got the wind in our faces and the hill to contend with. I thought he was brilliant at that today, and we frustrated them. The crowd got on their back. It wasn't until probably right at the end when they started urging them forward a little bit. And I think we've done the same against Concord as well. We frustrated them. It was a scrap. Everyone said how well we played. I don't think we really did. I think we played well for 60 minutes. I think we played well for 20 minutes at the end of the game. The rest of it was a dogfight. But people remember the end of the game. Barry said that today. And end of the game, I thought we was good. We was good, and that's when we got our chance and we scored. So let's see what Havant brings on Saturday, and we need everyone behind us. When on Tuesday night it was amazing. That was back to the old days that I remember of that bottom goal, sucking the ball into the back of the net. I remember that. Back from 4 or 5 years ago, 6 years ago. It was brilliant. So if we can have some more of that, the boys will try and give everything back they can.
Right, we'll do our best.
Thank you very much.